evening, Super Metroid Item Randomizer fans. That's right, this is it. Item Randomizer League Season 3 Playoffs. First round, Major Minor Logic catJAMMERS versus Hylian SpaceJump Frogs. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to be commentating tonight's race. But don't you think for a second that I'm alone. I'm joined in the booth by the one, the only MM2 Nest cartridge. What is going on, MM2?
Hey, Hockey. Thanks for the great intro. As always, yeah. This is going to be a really, really hype match. What do you think?
I'm really excited to see this. We have a number 7 seed in the catJAMMERS, number 10 seed in the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs coming in for this first round playoff action. I do think it could be anyone's match.
Definitely. I can't agree more with you. Like, we've got two sides of the coin, as you could put it. Stashiocat, a vanilla veteran, just at the top of his game in vanilla. He has a 46 in old route. That's an insane time by anyone. But he's fairly new to the Rando scene, so it's going to be really interesting to see how he plays. And TracieM on the other side, she's just extremely experienced in all kinds of randomizers, Super Metroid, Link to the Past, SMZ3, you name it. But like I haven't really seen her play too much vanilla, so again, it's going to be really, really exciting just to see how these two play it differently.
Absolutely, absolutely. We see both runners, no stranger to that moonfall technique, using that in the parlor. Continuing on down. Oh, I don't believe Stashio got it, but Tracie's setting up for that moonfall. Very nice. So, MM2, tell us a bit more about this playoff format and a little bit about tonight's match. It is the power suit match.
Indeed. So at the beginning of the season, well, before the beginning of the season, each team had to select, each team composed of course 3 runners, had to select one for the power suit position, one for the Varia suit position, and one for the gravity suit position. And when those teams made it to the playoffs, those suits would be used to designate who's going to be playing what mode. So each team is going to be playing another team in each round in a best of 5 series. And the first 3 games, of course, those are the ones that are guaranteed to be played, are going to be played by one by each player for each team, and the power suit players, which you see here, are going to be playing just a standard old major minor seen in basically every league season. No funny tricks, just straight up major minor. The Varia suit players will be playing a dash race, and then the gravity suit players will have it the most interesting. They're gonna play something. We don't know. The players get to choose. For the gravity suit match, the higher seed picks one mode out of a selection of 3 modes. Those are the item distribution, which is major, minor, full, or Chozo. Full could be with random start or just a vanilla ship start. And the other 2 options are area randomizer. It can be off or on with light or on with full. And the third option is boss randomizer, which can just be off or on. And the higher seed gets to pick one of those options to be what they want. The lower seed then gets a pick from the remaining 2 options. And then the higher seed gets to pick the final one. And then for game 4, it goes the other way around. The lower seed, each team chooses their representative first for that match 4. And then the lower seed gets to pick first, then the higher seed, then the lower seed. Then for game 5, it's back to how it was in game 3. The higher seed picks first. So, yeah, it's going to be a really, really interesting format just to see what happens.
No,
and Stashio demonstrated. Sorry, go ahead, Hockey.
No, that was all I said. Go ahead.
Stashio demonstrating some really nice vanilla knowledge. He took some hits in pit room, and then he went up to the upper left side to farm some enemies for some drops, because he does want full health if he does get a vanilla bombs, which is a possibility since we've seen no power bombs. And it is vanilla bombs.
Yep, vanilla bombs. At Bomb Teresa, there will be a Bomb Teresa fight. No choice. Cannot get out of the room, but we had a little Spazer pickup there in Retro Brin, and of course the morphing ball. So no power bombs yet, but regular bombs early could play a factor. Definitely gives you a way out of get out of jail in some instances, some circumstances, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. Like there's just a ton of bomb walks. Like you can have one in Lower Norfair if you somehow get down there with only 5 power bombs. Like if you only have 5 power bombs, no other supplements, you need a drop from one of those desk egos, or you're in big trouble.
No question about it. I like this check from Stashio going to 230 missile location. Very good idea with those vanilla bombs. Tracie finishing up Bomb Terizo very nicely. Super missiles certainly help with that fight. Both runners utilizing them to great effect, but just plain old missiles at 230 missiles. So looks like Tracie gonna skip those and go straight to Terminator.
Oh, really nice 230 mock ball from Stashio. That's a really hard mock ball to get, but when you get it, it feels so amazing. Oh. And Spacer is now, for most intents and purposes, Suitless Meridia being the one exception, obsoleted.
Yep, just like that. Out with the old and in with the new, MM2.
Yeah, that couldn't be said better. Plasma, generally a better beam than Spacer. Spacer does have a better special beam attack because it is actually used in like one category, and Plasma has 0, so that's a win for Spacer.
I always thought Plasma looked the coolest, but it pains me that it has no utility in Super Metroid speedrunning.
Yeah, it's so hard to aim and just control. Like it's so weird. And if you have Plasma, you probably already have charge. Well,
for sure.
in like a vanilla game, so it's generally just use charge shots. It's better. Tracie not quite getting that mock ball she wanted, so she's gonna have to reload the room and try that again. The mock ball is, of course, expected by the logic, so we can most certainly have something important here. Stashio just getting it first try, really nice.
Oh, stacking those beams up early, MM2.
Indeed.
Wave beam at Brin Reserve.
Yeah, we've got 3 out of the 5 beams. Wave and Plasma is honestly my favorite beam combination. Spacer by itself, of course. It's my team name. I can't really desert that. That is my favorite beam. But Wave Plasma is just a fantastic beam combo.
For sure, for sure. So still looking for those power bombs. I wonder if in this early supers location we're gonna see some power bombs. If not, I can't think where they could be unless at Big Pink or something like that. Oh, it's just vanilla super missiles.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting because if somebody wants to take a save and then just pull a Zenny and do Moon Dance, then they could sequence break the Etakun's items. And if they find power bombs there, then they can get out. But if they don't, then they're soft locked. So yeah, it's really slow. It's not guaranteed to pay off. I would not condemn anyone at all for not doing that, but it is an option on the table if you do know the trick.
For sure, for sure. Got chat saying only a few would dare, but you know what they say, MM2, who dares wins. So
true.
This is the playoffs. It's all about big, risky plays, as well as consistent strategy, execution, movement technique, execution. But it's even though it is major minor, which is kind of the default mode, you might say, power bombs, definitely finding those minors is so important to progression.
Yeah, agreed. And because of the way the Varia randomizer works, you can have those first power bombs in just an ugly spot. Like, you could potentially just have them in somewhere deep in Upper Norfair, or even at Alpha power bombs. That's just the worst, because if you go up to Alpha power bombs without power bombs and there aren't power bombs at the Alpha power bombs location, count how many times I said power bombs in that sentence, then you are going to have to take an extremely long detour back all the way through green Brinstar and pink Brinstar to get back to the red tower. So it's just an insanely long time loss, and it's a bet for only those two dare. But like you said, Hockey, those who dare do win. So
absolutely, most of the time, I would say.
Yeah, most of the time.
There's a nice energy tank pickup at charge. First energy tank of the game. No reserve tanks yet, but we're definitely, like we said, MM2, we're stacked up on beams. just trying to find those power bombs. There's still so many checks that they can make.
Agreed.
It's really depends. I mean, will we see Stashio or Tracie go up? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say no, don't go up. You have all of Kraid, you have all of Upper Norfair to check without power bombs for those power bombs. So I'd say going down would be the almost universally preferred play here, but who knows? Maybe one of them's a gambler. So
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I feel a little remiss, MM2.
Stashio?
Oh,
Okay.
ooh, the fake out by Stashiocat. So for those of you who are joining us a little late, we're 10 minutes into this first round playoffs action of the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3. This is Stashiocat of the catJAMMERS, number 7 seed overall, going up against TracieM of the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs, 10 seed overall. So, like we said, major minor spring ball. Oh, MM2, what do you think of that pickup?
You know, if that had been a lot of other things, I would have been a lot happier. I can't say I'm happy. I cannot say I'm happy to see that.
The most polarizing item in the Super Metroid arsenal is the spring ball.
Yeah, everybody's on one side or another about it. I know which side I'm on, and I know which side everybody else is on. But that's okay.
I feel like nobody just thinks spring ball's okay. It's 100% polarized. It's just...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Is there anyone in chat? Chat, reaching out to Speed Gaming 2 chat. Is there anybody that just thinks spring ball's okay? I gotta know. Just gotta know. But we got that spring ball pickup from both runners. MM2 is absolutely apoplectic right now. But somehow he will find the courage and the strength to go on, won't you, MM2?
Most certainly I will. This is, even with that spring ball, this is going to be continue to be a really hype match. Stashio, the first one into Kraid, so you have no power bombs, can't do the fun lag reduction. Well, it's only a lag reduction some of the time, but yeah. Oh, he will take that damage to get those iframes for the lag reduction. Pardon me. Really nice Kraid quick kill.
That was perfect.
That's just the result of just a ton of time and effort put in by Stashio. You can see it. That's just really nice. Really nice stuff.
Not too much Kraid was hiding, though. Just an energy tank. I'm curious what's going to be in his janitor's closet in Kraid's warehouse. What kind of item? Or, I'm sorry, it is the frog pocket. Got to consider all sources. The frog pocket could have some really nice item in there. But Tracie going to go ahead and give Kraid the business. About to square off. Hopefully not take him to prom. But Stashio definitely on the way out. Going to stop by that frog pocket.
Yeah, most certainly. At this point in time, hell runs are not in logic, which means the only thing in logic in Upper Norfair is high jump boots. Well, in terms of majors, and that X-ray scope means we're not going to be getting the 4 E-tanks required for the Varia randomizer to put the Upper Norfair hell runs into logic before we actually get to the hell runs. So they most certainly can continue if they find an E-tank and high jump boots, but I would not be surprised to see one dip out.
I feel terrible for commentator cursing Tracie. Tracie took Kraid to prom, but dispatched him with a flurry of super missiles, picks up her E-tank. Stashio heading to high jump. He's into Upper Norfair now. So, like you said, MM2, if this is an E-tank, I wonder, do you head to ice? Ooh, and it is.
Yeah, so ice is in logic. Bubble Mountain is not at this point, but ice is. So I'd say you probably do head into ice with that mock ball and that hell run.
Would like to see a save beforehand just in case, because we're almost 15 minutes in and we've picked up a lot of items so far, but no real progression items yet.
Yeah, like no progression, no bombs, power bombs that is. So it could get ugly with where the game's gonna put those first power bombs.
It's anybody's guess, but the choices are limited where they could be. An X-ray scope could come into play. We only have one boss down, so if Charge Beam is found before Meridia, we might get to see some microwave action.
Yeah, indeed. That's going to be really interesting where Charge is. Because another thing in Major Minor is that if you're in Go mode minus some way to kill Mother Brain, you can either go ammo hunting or charge hunting, or you can do both, but that's generally slow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. And we have another E-Tank, that's 4, so we can get to Bubble Mountain.
Oh wow. So Bubble Mountain is now in logic, MM2, with that energy tank pickup at ice. So I gotta wonder, what is Stashiocat going to do now?
Yeah, I would very much expect a Bubble Mountain play at this point. You're already down here, and the only other course of action at this point is Alpha PBs without PBs, and that's just a really big time sink. So
that would be unfortunate if Alpha PBs did not have PBs.
Yeah. So yeah, Stashio gonna lead.
Oh, that's interesting.
Really interesting play here from Stashio. Probably hoping to cash in on a potential Alpha Power Bombs being vanilla play. Or maybe he just forgot that he doesn't have Power Bombs and wants to go to the right ship. Of course, he can't do that at this point. Or maybe he's thinking about Gauntlet with only vanilla bombs. That'd be a really interesting play.
Oh, that would be an interesting play.
The first Power Bombs.
We did see chat talking about Gauntlet potentially having the in logic first power bombs, but what a journey back! That is a hike from this position in the game.
Yeah, most certainly. So yeah, I'd be surprised. Tracie having a bit of difficulty with this Mockwell gets it though. Really, very nice.
Nice recovery,
Yeah, I'd be surprised to see Tracie not head into Bubble Mountain at this point with the 4 E-tanks.
But I think so. If Alpha PBs doesn't pan out, or even Beta PBs doesn't pan out for Stashio,
can't get Beta PBs without power bombs.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. If Alpha PBs doesn't pan out for Stashio MM2, gosh, what do you do?
I feel like you got to go to Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like that's one major, and then it's the 2 minors in the back that could have your first power bombs. So and he does have that save at Business Center. So if he doesn't get anything, then he can just reset the Business Center and continue on to Bubble Mountain.
Oh.
Supers at Alpha PBs. Okay. So
Lots of
Stashio
supers.
presumably heading the Gauntlet.
Yeah, I think it's got to be the next place. Looks like Tracie picking up the same wavelength here. Did not head to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, maybe it requires 5 tanks in logic. Maybe I got this wrong. I'm
5-4. What's the difference, MM2?
True. Yeah, chat's saying this surprises. This surprises them. I gotta agree with you. 2 runners leaving Norfair without power bombs. This is extremely surprising to me.
Yeah, chat making a good point. You did see Tracie double pump, maybe decide to go Bubble Mountain, then go towards the elevator, then go back to the door. So there was some decision making there.
And I did just check the sheet. It Business Center to Bubble Mountain via Cathedral does require 4 E-tanks for it to be put in logic with this skill set on Varia. So yeah, maybe this is just a knowledge error, but I think these runners are both betting on Gauntlet.
Well, Gauntlet can be pretty tricky with normal bombs, but they do have a lot of energy, a great beam for this point in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Charge really the only thing that they really want. Like ice would definitely be nice as the name suggests, but yeah. I think I did see Stashio take that save before Gauntlet. I don't like that play. in all honesty. That's committing to a whole Bryn trip again for nothing if Back of Gauntlet doesn't have power bombs.
That's a really interesting point, MM2, because he did have the business center save, so if Gauntlet is a complete bust, and you already know Alpha PBs isn't going to work, you can immediately route to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, definitely, but yeah, who knows?
But this could be the race. I mean, this could be, you know, if he gets PBs, that just unlocks, you know, opens up the entire rest of the game. I mean, he could check.
Charge. That's a big find.
That is huge. Huge pickup at Gauntlet. Charge beam. Did not see that coming.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I don't know if a suit can be there, but I did not first see a charge there. That's honestly a really great find. So now they're not going to have to worry about ammo, of course, but they will have to worry about that power bomb count.
For sure, for sure. Unless something crazy happens, MM2, and Back of Gauntlet is just double power bombs or something.
Yeah, I mean, if that's double power bombs, then the runner's just going to be looking for some way through Meridia. That's it.
Absolutely, could have grapple beam. You'd love gravity suit, of course, but
yeah, some way through Meridia plus the suits. I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Here we are. Let's see what's here.
Well,
and it is power bombs.
First power bombs found by Stashiocat of the catJAMMERS. Back of Gauntlet, huge play, plus another super pack, just a little cherry on top of the power bomb Sunday.
And Tracie not doing bomb Gauntlet. This really surprises me. Like, is she doing 230?
I think so.
Yeah, she skipped 230 earlier, so yeah, in her mind, this play does make sense because, like, if it's first power bombs there, then that's just a big time loss. But yeah, this is surprising.
It's a tough one. Definitely tough to do it with normal bombs.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Stashiocat got that charge beam going. Hope to see a Gauntlet check from Tracie. Whether she picks up PBs before that, because that charge beam is just such a great item.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, and as Chad is pointing out, this could be just Tracie doesn't want to do bomb-only Gauntlet, which is a completely understandable thing.
Oh
Varia
my goodness.
suit.
Varia at bottom of Brinstar. Are you kidding me? Stashiocat, no reason to do hell runs. He's got superheated room protection.
Indeed, yeah. The only superheated room that he really needs to be afraid of at this point is the lava dive room, and that only slightly if he finds the high jump boots or the gravity suit, of course.
So yeah, that Gauntlet play definitely making the difference here. Tracie's heading back down to Retro Bryn.
Yeah, I don't see where she's going with this. She doesn't have power bombs to go left or right, so I think this is just a knowledge error. Yeah, it looks like she's going for Billy Mays, but you need power bombs to get into Billy Mays. Oh, okay. She just now realizes that.
Yep. There's a little wave gate check from Stashio. Vanilla.
Just a vanilla E-tank in the wave gate area. So yeah. Okay, so Tracie is going to be getting her first power bombs from Back of Gauntlet with that bomb-only Gauntlet. She does have 4 tanks, so it's probably not terrible. And she'll also be getting the charge beam. But yeah, this can definitely be a tough time.
Yeah, it's tough decision making when logically, you know, you make good choices, but Gauntlet having power bombs is just whew. What's all this hooting, Annie MM2?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. But yeah, also, this could be just, like, this could just turn into, I feel super behind. Because, like, you're thinking, what if my opponent found first power bombs in Norfair? by doing hell runs. So that could definitely play into it. And Stashio gonna be doing X-ray deboost.
Oh wow,
boy.
chat, you're in for a real treat here. This is some outstanding movement technique here.
Oh boy, let's just sit back and relax. This is gonna be. Oh boy. Basically, text me there from Stashiocat. That
was awesome.
Perfect.
Well done, Stashiocat. But Tracie picking up that charge beam back in Gauntlet, heading to back of Gauntlet. She'll find power bombs. Just an energy tank at X-ray. So maybe a little bit of time pickup for Tracie, since the X-ray check didn't really pan out for Stashiocat.
Yeah, definitely. That's some time save that she can get fairly easily just by skipping the check. But yeah, that was supremely well executed by Stashio.
Just incredible patience, lining up the waivers just perfectly and just sticking those deboosts so well. You love to see it. Just an amazing way to get to X-ray.
Yeah, he's clearly put more than enough time into that, and it shows.
I'm too. I'm not trying to sell Tracie short here, but if the X-ray deboost, if the X-ray check isn't in Tracie's repertoire, that actually is advantageous for her.
I definitely
to try to make up some time,
or even if she just doesn't want to do it, like if she feels behind with the choices she'd made.
No, good point.
So,
good point.
It's an easy check to skip if you want to pick up some time.
Yes, Stashiocat looking like he's going straight to Bubble Mountain. Bubble Mountain gonna have tons and tons of possible checks.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really see anywhere else you can possibly go at this point. Like, you've got the Varia suit, you got Bubble Mountain. That's after Brinstar, which is what Tracie's coming up in her near future. I feel like Bubble Mountain's just the only real play. But well, no, you do have the wrecked. You do have the wrecked ship open to you, so you could do that if you really want to. But it's
if something juicy is speed locked at wrecked ship, I mean it's almost like a wasted trip.
True, yeah, like it's basically wasted except for the knowledge.
And knowledge is power, MM2. But you know what else is power? Charge, wave, plasma. That's power.
I gotta agree with you, Hockey. That beam combo is most certainly terrifying for all the bosses in this game. That's just real. It's just really a great beam combo to have.
Tracie get her Varia suit. Gonna check. Little bottom Brin. Gonna grab those missiles. Mo ammo, mo better.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. Stashio seeing those supers, deciding to skip it.
Ooh, great item. That's it.
So
that's the deck.
Yeah, Stashio's just looking for gravity at this point. That's all he really wants. Like, if he really wants to, he could potentially be looking for high jump and grapple to do a suitless Meridia adventure and not have gravity. But I highly doubt he's gonna want that over just the gravity suit. But yeah, as chat says, this is the beam seed. This is just the seed of beams. Get all 5 beams before all 2 suits, all 4 reserves. I don't think we've seen any reserves.
Yeah, we haven't seen a single reserve tank yet.
Yeah, that's a slight shame, but I'll take more tanks over more reserves any day.
Oh, no doubt about it. He's gonna have a wave gate check from Tracie. Stashio with a little bit of trouble in double chamber, gonna just dust himself off, try again, and get to this wave beam check.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to see. Oh,
And
another
it's
E
just
tank.
an E-tank.
Okay. 6 tanks so far. So I think be no problem doing that lava dive. But
yeah,
still need a way to get through Meridia.
Yeah, you say he wouldn't have a problem with lava dive, but he does not have.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of need high jump boots, but you know, with 6 tanks, you can try it a couple times. You know, the old bootless.
I mean, I would like bootless is 100% a thing you can go for at this point, but like if you still have Croc open to you, so
that's true. Yeah, always bet on Croc. That's what I've been told.
Indeed, and even more than Croc, you also have Norfair Reserve, as Stashio is setting up a D-boost for. Oh, just barely.
Very close.
So he's gonna freeze those waivers. Probably wants to freeze it a bit lower.
Yeah, that was a very tough angle. He's just gonna reset the room. That's a heads-up play.
Definitely. Very nice from Stashio.
Yeah, very nice.
That's just room strats galore. And Tracie's gonna go up red tower.
So he's got to be thinking that alpha and beta gotta have something. I honestly, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. MM2.
Yeah, that's definitely respectable hockey. Grapple on Stashio.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean,
suitless.
That's definitely pushing him in that direction. That's really curious.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't have high jump. You basically need high jump to do really more than anything in suitless.
Well, he's still got Croc. If high jump is at Croc, E-Tank, or grapple, I mean, what do you do then? What do you do then, MM2?
I mean, you do have the Olive Wrecked ship, which is where Tracie is probably headed at this point. Maybe feels behind on her routing or maybe her execution, and just wants to cause some divergence. She's thinking Stashio won't do this, and then just go up to wrecked ship and hope for something there. If she finds a gravity suit, that'd be huge. That
would be, yeah, because that's definitely fast progress through Meridia.
Most certainly. Gravity suit just saves years over gravity and just all the other stuff in Meridia.
Stashiocat showed off the properties of that plasma beam MM2 on Croc.
Yeah, that's just... Plasma beam pierces it through enemies. Croc is an enemy. Plasma beam pierces Croc. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's good enough for me.
Vanilla tank behind Crocomire. Poor Croc's skin is just melting off. I hope it was worth it, Samus. He was minding his own business.
Yeah, if Grapple Beam doesn't have something, then I think all those Crocomire fans are gonna be writing angry letters to Stashiocat any day now.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Tracie's gonna be trying to spring ball jump over the mode. Not really a spring ball jump, I should say. Just a spring ball bounce.
Spring ball bounce. Bounce across the moat with that spring ball. And she's got it! Beautiful movement from TracieM across the moat, headed to wreck ship.
Yeah, I was certain that was just a bare bit short, but Tracie proving me wrong. She gets across that moat, and she's going to be headed to Fantoon.
That is just wonderful movement from Tracie. Love to see it. How about this first try green gate glitch from Stashio, back of grapple. Very nicely executed. Both these runners really putting on a great show for us tonight, MM2. We've had a tremendously entertaining Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3 so far, and now we're into the playoffs.
I can't agree with you more as a participant and as a viewer, commentator, tracker, you name it. This has just been a great season, great experience so far, and this playoffs is just going to be more hype than ever.
Absolutely. So it looks like Croc was a complete bust for Stashiocat, simply an energy tank and a reserve at grapple beam. TracieM into wrecked ship. This might be the play. You never know, MM2, what the wrecked ship might have in store for our runners.
Agreed. The first thing she finds in that wrecked ship is a pack of power bombs. 10 power bombs, so much better than 5, especially if you don't pick up the ice beam. So it's going to be really... It's probably gonna really make Tracie feel better just about her ammo count now that she's got the extra power bomb pack.
For sure. So Tracie gonna go in and dispatch second boss of the vanilla game, Fantoon. to activate the rest of the wrecked ship, open up all those possible checks.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think we talked about this, but since there wasn't anything of progression in Upper Norfair, besides the ice and the grapple, there wasn't a gravity suit. So either a high jump, or if I'm doing this right, either high jump or gravity's got to be in wrecked ship somewhere. So hopefully Tracey doesn't just bail after checking the first two and hope to find something in Bubble Mountain.
No, for sure. That's an excellent point, MM2. Gotta commit to wrecked ship at this point. We've seen what Upper Norfair has in store. It's not very much. We had the Ice Beam pickup at Bubble Mountain at speed, I believe, and that was a great pickup, but little to nothing else.
Yeah, just the two things. They are good for suits though, so if we find high jump here, then I would not be surprised to see something in the suitless Meridia.
Tracey's got X-ray scope and charge beam on this Fantoon fight, looking to connect on that microwave beam.
Yeah, not having much success so far. She's just missing the first two rounds. Just Fantoon giving her the wrong angle on the off-screen turns, and it looks like she's going to be going for it again. Does just miss it again, so that's
came awfully close. Yeah,
definitely awfully.
She'll
close.
definitely get it. Her energy is looking terrific. She's definitely got it.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more. Looks like she's not going for the microwave at this point. She's just gonna dispatch him with charge shots.
You know what they say about two: no one to hold him, no one to fold him. But TracieM defeating Fantoon. That's two bosses down for Tracey. So, yeah, I mean, technically, I think she's got a pretty decent lead here, MM2.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. If there's gravity here, then she does have that lead. But if there's high jump and no gravity, then I'd say Stashio has the advantage in that scenario, because just he already has the knowledge of everything in Upper Norfair. So
that's also a really good point, yeah.
Yeah, it really just depends on what's here.
But as you said, I think the writing is on the wall that some progression has to be in the wreck ship.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. There's got to be something. We're sitting in anticipation of what it is.
Waiting with bated breath, MM2. What is it going to be? Ooh, there we go. Screw attack. Love that item.
Appreciated. So, yeah, great find. Like, it's not technically the progression you were probably looking for, but I don't know a single runner of this game who would turn a screw attack down if faced with that or nothing.
Oh, no question about it. Screw attack, super OP. Love that item.
Most certainly, and she does check the left side supers for a third power bomb pack. Stashio notably skipping the spooky missiles check.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's still on one power bomb pack. It'll be interesting to see if he checks the left side supers.
So probably go to wreck ship E-Tank now for Tracey. But a quick save here, because Spiky Room of Death gets its name for that reason. It is spiky, and it is a room of death.
Yeah, it's... I just like to reference the commentary for the Super Metroid Impossible GDQ run. Spiky Room of Death, you know it's spiky enough because it wasn't modified in that hack, where just a bunch of rooms got added spikes, and you know what? They decided this was enough.
Oh, man. Well, there we have a really nice microwave from Stashiocat, getting that plasma beam to connect with Fantoon's eye, using the X-ray scope to reset, kind of like in the original Mega Man game for the NES. Use that little select trick.
Yeah, and while we were yammering on about Spiky Room of Death, Tracey showing us a really, really nice sponge bath traversal so fast I missed it. But it was apparently really good for anyone. Gravity suit.
Wow! Gravity at Wreck Ship E-Tank MM2. Are you kidding me right now? This is gonna be something.
So the question now is, do you bail or do you continue in Wreck Ship? I would wager Stashio is just gonna bail after
Oh
he
yeah,
finds that,
absolutely.
assuming he checks it, of course. But Tracie, she's looking for ice or speed at this point. Not having great success with the final jump. It's quite difficult. It's way harder than you think.
It's a tough jump for sure. And you know, Stashio picked up that grapple beam at a perfect, well done, Tracie. But Stashio's got that grapple beam from Bubble Mountain Norfair Reserve. But
it's gonna make it faster for him, and
for
he's
sure.
also got the ice beam, so that's gonna ease any worries from him about being able to get through pre-Batuan hallway. So once Stashio finds the gravity suit, he's gonna just be in straight up go mode.
Yep.
However, Tracie's gonna still be looking for the ice or speed. So
for sure.
This will be interesting to see where she goes, whether she stays in Wreck Ship or
not. Chad asking where was ice? Ice was at speed. Speed booster, which is a elusive item in this seed, MM2.
Yeah, indeed. Like,
how about this? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, MM2.
No. Yeah, it's really, like you said, it is really an elusive location. It's easy to skip, but it is fairly convenient after you do a lower Norfair run through.
So Tracie deciding to bail on Wreck Ship, knowing she doesn't have speed booster, not wanting to sit through the bowling cutscene. Very good move here, given what we know about Norfair. So
yeah.
Love to see Tracie find that ice beam and grapple beam, although she doesn't really need the grapple beam at this point.
Yeah, the grapple beam, not really.
I just really like it.
Well, Hockey, I hate to break it to you, I like grapple beam too.
Hey, I still like it. That's great.
Yeah, grapple beam, great item. Early Croc Hundo, it's the best route for that reason and more.
And more. There's always more.
Yeah.
But this is. I really love the way this seed has kind of unfolded, MM2. We saw Stashio go to Gauntlet, get those PBs ahead of Tracie, but Tracie first to get Gravity Suit, Stashio first to get Ice Beam. And this is really, really shaping up to be an exciting race.
Yeah, this is just going to come down to, can Tracie find that Ice Beam and, like, not search a billion locations looking for it before actually finding it. And yeah, on Stashio, it's just going to be, can he catch up to Tracie before, of course, the end of the game?
Absolutely. You'd love to see a little bit more movement items just for ease of use, but like we said, you know, Stashio is in go mode with both suits, Ice Beam. He's got a way to get to everything he needs to get to.
Yeah, and worth noting, Stashio having a really heads-up play looking at his ammo count. He had, like, 2 power bombs going into Hellway, so he just decided to leave and come back after he had farmed some more. Him having only 1 power bomb pack will impact his routing later, especially on the lower Norfair escape, but he does have those vanilla bombs, so it's not going to be too bad.
For sure, for sure. Worst room in the game will be a pretty terrible room, but, you know, freeze a pirate here and there. You never know. You never know what these runners will pull out.
Yeah, freeze the pirate, do a spring ball jump, do a bomb jump. You can even do the hypo wall jump, the pixel and frame perfect one if you really, really want to. But you have two or three if you're Stashiocat, really good alternatives. So I wouldn't really see either of them pulling that out.
Good heads up play by Tracie here to take a save. I think that's a really wise move in case, you know, some of these checks don't work out.
And Tracie's going to be checking the Bubble Mountain area before doing Bubble Warfare, so...
She's going to get ice first, though, MM2, and I think once you get ice, that's it.
Yeah, I gotta agree, like, you maybe check behind Ridley, but I don't see you checking really any other majors, like maybe Firefleet.
We all know where Stashiocat's heading. He's going downtown to do battle with that crusty Space Pelican, boss of the Space Pirates, Ridley, but it's a long journey, a long, arduous journey to get to him.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough trek, but they do have the screw attack, the gravity suit, all these things, the plasma beam, and all those other beams to make it a lot easier in that Lower Norfair area. As you were saying, it will be a long trek, though. So,
yeah, I'm so used to a comfy Lower Norfair. I mean, such little that I play this game, but no space jump, no high jump boots. Going with the gravity, yeah, I should say going with a gravity jump here is Stashio. Very nicely executed. That was perfect.
Yeah, that was pretty much as good as you can hope for. And he does attempt that elevator pause, but he's just too far left and on the and he was on the wrong frame. He did get that 50-50, and he got the wrong side of it, so the game did not let him go down the elevator, and he did end up losing those 40-something frames.
He'll never have him back, right, MM2?
Yeah, you can't
never get him back.
Yeah, should have just aborted the pause, done it somewhere else. You go do a down elevator. Wait, you don't do any down elevator. Wait, now in Meridia. Yeah, I guess you gotta suck that time loss up.
Yep. Here we see Stashio showing off the utility of the screw attack down here in Lower Norfair, making quick work of the Pillars room without speed booster. Into worst room in the game. Gonna zap all the pirates. What's the play here, MM2?
I foresee a spring ball jump from Stashiocat. Maybe a bomb jump if he doesn't want to do a spring ball jump, but I think it looks like he's going to be going for a spring ball jump.
I do love the spring ball jump. It just seems like pure voodoo mixed with black magic mixed with witchcraft. It almost doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, MM2. You reactivate the item and it just works. It makes no sense. I love it.
Yeah, it's just the magic of Super Metroid. That's this game. But we have multiple pause screens on multiple runners, but they're for different things. Tracie getting that gravity jump really
beautiful
nice.
Job, Tracie. A wonderful, wonderful bootless gravity jump. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and as we say it, Stashio does get that spring ball jump. So Stashio's been just constantly pulling ahead of Tracie throughout this whole race, and it's just gonna be. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. So what do you think we can find to make Tracie catch back up? Maybe like as Chad said earlier, a speed booster behind Ridley and just
I did notice Chad saying that, MM2. I thought that was really curious because Stashio's just like, gotta beat all the bosses, I got everything I need, I can finish the game. But little checks like that, or even, with 31 supers, if you do check the back of GT, check the screw attack location. Tracie's not going to do that. You can see her just blowing through those pillars. But yeah, I'm really curious. I want to see a move that can put Tracie back in contention, because right now, as you said, MM2, this does seem like Stashio's running away with it.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. This is going to take something more than just nothing in order for Tracie to pull it back in her favor, but it's definitely possible. Anything can happen. This is Randomizer. It's called that for a reason.
Oh, no doubt about it. And huge credit to Tracie to put herself back in contention earlier after the checks seemed like they were all going Stashio's way. None of them were really going her way, but then just building up that little bit of momentum, making that play to skip all of Upper Norfair to go straight to Wreck Ship and get that gravity suit. That was really a play of the race for sure.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. That's just knowing your opponent, knowing your skills, and just like knowing the game. So that's really, really good game knowledge and just match analysis, and clearly put thought into this beforehand from Tracie.
Absolutely. All right, MM2, this is it. Stashiocat in Mortal Kombat with Ridley, but with a great item set, huge amount of supers.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. This is just gonna be basically what he's done all his career for Stashio. He is an extremely experienced KPDR runner, and he's got that beam in his hands. So yeah, I think he missed a super, might have miscounted, but he did get through. Does take down the Riddler, and he's gonna be looking for drops, and he does skip behind.
Oh
Ridley.
wow, yeah.
This is potentially really big.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So if something good is behind Ridley, like speed or high jump, and Tracie ends up checking that could be really big.
That could be a huge could be the thing that turns the tide. At least gives Tracie a shot. So Tracie with some saves after picking up ice and after lava dive and now going into Ridley. Very conservative play. I respect it because you're 50 minutes into this race. You're consolidating all of your effort while minimizing your mistakes. I think that's really good.
Yeah, if you're in Tracie's position, you got 5 tanks, and you got no movement items, which does make the Ridley fight a bit worse. And you also don't have grapple, which slows your farming down if you want to take it more safely. So in the event that you do take a death in Ridley's fight, if you feel like that's something that could happen for you, it just for a small cost of time, it reduces what'll happen. It reduces the time loss you take if you take that death by just a massive margin. So yeah, knowing your skills is a really important thing, I'd say.
No, absolutely. We got Stashio on the escape, MM2. He's going to make a beeline into Meridia. Tracie's still got to do battle with Ridley. I'm dying to know what's behind Ridley, MM2.
I gotta agree with you. Just behind Ridley, that's like the one of the two things, Fireflies being the other one. That just, it's got to be something for Tracie to catch back up.
While I'd love for it to be speed, what a poetic item pickup would it be if it was SpaceJump for Tracie?
I gotta agree with you. That would be poetic. Can't really say it better than you just did.
But Tracie with tons of supers on taps, plus full beam combination, great health entering this fight. 5 tanks, already got the first color change on Ridley. Just gonna trick Ridley into that pogo pattern, deliver all that ammunition, all that ordnance.
And
so here's Stashio gonna take that frog way back to business.
Speed, though, so
well, maybe he'll do it the super sneaky way. Well, what is this game? It makes no sense, MM2.
Oh. Every time someone does that and I'm on commentary, I get so scared because I have soft locked my game doing that.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
If you soft lock your game in Stashio's position, that's just a massive time loss. And we will see behind Ridley.
This is it. Oh, my goodness. Come on, Ridley.
Come on, game.
Come on, game. Oh, man. Vanilla E-Tank. Man. Now, do we see a Firefleet check from Tracie since Ridley was nothing? You never know. Who knows? Who knows what's in store for these runners? Do you know MM2? I'm asking you.
No, I don't. I have never seen this seed before, ever raced. I don't think anyone has. So.
Yeah, if you think about that, MM2, everyone that's watching this live, this is the first time we've all seen this, probably. That's an amazing thing to think about when it comes to this randomizer.
Yeah, it's the world premiere of every seed, every race. You're seeing something new every time. It's great.
Oh my goodness. You love to see it. You know, some some symphony orchestras debuted concertos written by modern composers, that sort of thing. No, we are at the premiere evening of this specific seed in Season 3 playoffs of the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League.
Yeah, the Sizer Bull Zebo Boyon seed.
Oh, I couldn't pick those enemies out in a lineup, MM2. Are you kidding me?
Me neither. I just looked at them as just read SRL. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, we will see a Firefleet check from Tracy. Gotta get that movement. Oh, another E-Tank. Are you joking?
Oh.
That means Meridia's got everything good.
Yeah, all the speed booster or screw attack could have it, but yeah, speed booster, high jump, everything's in Meridia.
Meridia, the much maligned segment of the game. Everyone thinks it's a complete maze. Speedrunning, you get to see hardly any of it unless you're playing 100% or 100% map completion. But I don't know, MM2. I'm really partial to Meridia, especially the track that plays in the rocky areas.
Agreed. That's the early Meridia track is probably it's either my favorite or my second favorite to Ridley's theme.
Absolutely. It's a good one for sure.
It most certainly is. If you do like it, you can run 100% map completion. You don't pick up any items. You get to hear the full thing. It's just glorious.
Oh yes. So no full halfy or halfy. Neither runner has speed booster. So gonna have to cross the Coliseum the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, it's slightly slower, but Stashio's probably done it a million times. He knows what he's doing.
I love those
Very nice
D-boosts off those middle spikes. Just wherever the time save is, these runners go out and find it. I really respect it.
Most certainly. And that D-boost is a bit harder than you might think. You gotta be neutral on the D-pad as you actually take that hit in order for it to propel you upward and onto other spike platform.
That probably explains why I've never been able to do it, MM2. I'll remember that.
It also explained why I was never able to do it. So we have to learn together.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, like we said before. Tracy going with a more conservative approach, not using the glitch through the frog way. I think that's a good idea. As you said, there is soft lock potential in that room. But Stashiocat already microwave Botwoon, showing off the microwave again on Dragon. Word to the wise, you've heard me say it before, but maybe you have an MM2. If you want to become your workplace's public enemy number one, just take a big old plate of shrimp and stick it in the microwave at your workplace. That is a PSA brought to you by the Hockey Towner.
I'll be sure to remember that. Hockey said it, I can't forget it.
I hope that's not true.
I mean,
gotta be some stuff that's forgettable. How about that exit from Stashio with those wall jumps, no high jump boots? That's really impressive movement from Stashio from start to finish here.
I gotta agree with you. He's got all that practice in the vanilla game. He's gotta make sure everybody knows about it, and so far he really is. It's really great to get to see Stashio just play through this game.
Tracy into Meridia now, looking to head to Botwoon, looking for that ice clip. No speed booster, as we said, for these runners. Great heads-up play there to freeze that fish. And Stashiocat utilizing the sand pit to head down to Aqueduct. I love that little secret passage. You love to see it.
Yeah, you really do. And yeah, at this point, I would just think Stashio is going to be heading back to Mount Everest, back up to Turin. Got to go get that finish.
Absolutely.
And Stashio is remembering that you do have to spend a power bomb if you want to go through the bottom, so he just goes up through the top instead. Does take a little bit of time to do the wall jumps, and I don't know if it's faster or not, so don't quote me on it, but he did do it, and he's most certainly better at the vanilla game. So
So we had a little earlier. back in Wreck Ship, we had a little high five in the sponge bath. But here we have a high five at Aqueduct. But, you know, we've lauded Stashiocat on his movement, but how about those gravity jumps at Mount Everest from Tracie? Those were absolutely beautiful, well executed.
Yeah,
she's heading in to do battle with that water snake.
And Stashio going for this gravity jump with no movement items. This is just extremely precise, but he does have that grapple beam to make it a bit more comfortable. Okay, he's got it. So
that was really, really nice.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. It was slightly stressful, more than slightly, but yeah, really nice to see from Stashio, and he's going to be finishing it off with bomb jumps. Just barely misses the transition there, but he does get that on Morph there, so yeah, he's out of Mount Everest, does decide to screw attack the redfish.
Wow, sending a message.
Brutalized. Absolutely destroyed.
So, MM2, you're deep into the Super Metroid speedrunning lore. Depending on the direction of the fish, it's either the Ponk fish or the Sephi fish. So what fish did he kill with screw attack?
I'm not gonna say because I don't want to be wrong in case Ponk or Sephi are watching.
You know what's funny is I'm actually asking. I don't remember if it's right or left, whether it's Ponk or Sephi fish.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay,
well, it's like Schrodinger's cat. Both the Ponk fish and the Sephi fish are simultaneously dead and alive now.
Okay, I'm gonna make a guess based on the fact that Crocomeyer is really, really smart and does his research before making something. He if you don't know, Crocomeyer made a really nice graphic for all the playoff teams, and in that graphic, he made Sephi in the team Good Boys be right up against the fish, and the fish was going right.
Oh my gosh.
Based on that, and the fact that Stashio killed the fish on the right side, I'm gonna say it's the Sephi fish today.
That is incredible deductive reasoning. We got Sherlock MM2 Holmes here. That was incredible. My goodness, that was not even, we're going past Cosmic Brain chat. We're going straight to Universal Brain. That was stupendous. That might have been the play of the race, and it came from the commentators, folks.
I sure hope it wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you're saying me saying that was the play of the race, I think you're really underestimating it.
Oh, I'm gonna catch hell from Tracie for that one, I think. Tracie gravity jumping up to Dragon. Behind Dragon was simply a reserve tank, so unfortunately for Tracie, no movement items found on any of her late game checks. A real bummer to see, just not a brutal seed, but kind of an unforgiving seed down the stretch. But MM2 Stashiocat is into Tori, and he's absolutely taking these Metroids to task.
Yeah, definitely. He's just he's got all the Metroids under control, knows what they'll be doing, he's got that bomb strat, but I think the lack of high jump boots slightly threw him off, so didn't quite get the strat in Metroid Room 2 there, but still really nice.
Absolutely. Now into Metroid Room 3. Poetry in motion. It's tough to do that room fast without speed booster. You see, Stashio, and other runners, you can just fly through that room. But never found speed booster in this seed. I'm really curious to learn where it was. Wonder what old Shaq Tool has behind there at Spring Ball.
Hopefully nothing, but I don't know. Maybe it was the Moon Pearl. Maybe this was just
yeah. I hadn't considered that they were playing an SMZ3 seed, but you know, it makes sense. It's just that all the items are in Super Metroid, so you know, no big deal.
Yeah, just we've never seen Zelda. It's Zelda's got all its own items, and we don't have to worry about.
Yep, it's a full split. You have to complete both games, but all the Metroid items are in Super Metroid.
Yeah, consider the surprise when the escape doesn't properly start, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's this whole other game I gotta do."
It's a whole other game.
Gosh darn it.
Well, MM2, we saw a well-executed baby skip there from Stashiocat. damaging himself down on the iron side hopper. Just a quick energy refill here. No crystal flash potential. I believe he doesn't have the ammo for it. And Jury might still be out on Witches faster.
Yeah, obviously, if you miss Baby Skip, the Crystal Flash at Mother Brain is the fastest. But with the fast Mother Brain Rise patch, it's a really risky technique to do, and hopefully not get infinite. I wouldn't say infinite, but take a bunch of damage from those onion rings to meatballs. But yeah, definitely good to take the refill, especially if you want to pause and turn off screw attack, as Stashio got a really nice Zeb skip off of that.
Yeah, that was really nice. And like you said, taking off that screw attack, because using screw attack does reset your invincibility frames, and you'll be very hard pressed to execute a ice Zeb skip with screw attack on.
Yeah, there is the down back strat if you really want to, but it's very much understandable. I know I'd be turning on screw attack in Stashio's position.
Absolutely, me too. So Mother Brain 2, MM2, pretty comfy with this item setup, and really no risk of dying to Rainbow Beam here, not with 8 tanks.
Yeah, 8 tanks is just more than enough. He can do stand-up if he wants to, and yeah, I think he will be. Yeah, it looks like he is.
Yeah, it looks like he's setting up for it.
So worth noting, Stashio doesn't have SpaceJump. So what could go wrong is if he's in a wall jump check pose, when the baby comes on screen and the game tries to force him into the crouch pose, if he's in a wall jump check pose on that frame, okay, he's not. We're good. But if he was, then he would just be crouch locked and he couldn't get it. So yeah, that would have just been tragedy striking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, when's the last time Stashio took a save MM2?
My answer would be a space long time ago.
Right you are, MM2, right you are. No bested about from Tracie. She's up Red Tower, heading back to the Criteria surface, on her way to G4. But yeah, Stashiocat and the catJAMMERS is going to be taking this first race of a best of 5 opening round of
Don't
playoffs.
say just yet. He hasn't completed his stand-up, but once he's done with that, then I would definitely agree with you. It is his race to lose.
That's fair. Absolutely fair. Nothing but love to Tracie. Put up a tremendous fight.
Yeah, most certainly.
Gave us a really good race. It was a tough seed for sure.
Definitely, just Stashio's vanilla experience, expertise, and just all that practice on execution, just paying dividends.
Yeah, some rumblings in chat about best of 5 MM2. Am I correct that is the format for the playoffs?
You are indeed correct. This is a best of 5. I know we're all scared to admit it, but it is most certainly a best of 5. Or if it's not, I've read the rules very well. I hope I have.
What have I done, MM2?
Who knows?
Who knows? Trace is into G4. All things considered in this seed, really nice time, but Stashio on the escape, having to go the long way around, no speed booster, and we'll have to see just a standard climb, no possibility of sparking up the climb.
Yeah, no sparking up to climb. That does slow down the runners quite a bit, but yeah, I don't foresee Stashio having any problems with it. He's got those wall jumping skills under control.
Stash up through Parlor. Skipping the animal save. Good choice. Going with the non-canonical ending. The ship has never looked sweeter for the catJAMMERS. Stashiocat finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 57 seconds. GG's to Stashiocat.
GG indeed. And we are joined in the interview booth by Stashiocat. GG to you. Taking another win for the team catJAMMERS in this playoff series. How do you feel about this match?
Yeah, GG. I don't know, that seed was really trolly at the beginning, and I wasn't sure where I was with that. Because if Tracie had gone over to wreck ship first, I could have been in huge trouble there.
Yeah, well, surprise, surprise, she actually did, but your movement just pulled you ahead throughout the whole entire match. She was appearing to be ahead, going down Red Tower with the gravity suit, but you had the ice beam on her, and then your movement and the fact that she checked ice beam before, well, speed booster before lower Norfair, which had the ice beam. Yeah, that just put her behind, and then she's never caught up. So yeah.
Okay. So I still did get kind of lucky there then, but yeah.
Well, I think too early MM2. I'll Chi-Chi's Stashio. Just let me, get that in there real quick. It was a really well played seed, so congrats on the W. But I think it was you were first to Gauntlet, Stashio, so you got charge and the first power bombs, and I think Tracie did go down and check all of kind of Retro Brin and Old Mother Brain. But then, like MM2 said, whereas you went to Bubble Mountain and then on to Croc and did all of Upper Norfair, Tracie went straight to wreck ship and found the gravity suit. But came storming back and, heading into Lower Norfair, definitely took the lead. So, yeah, congratulations. That was an awesome race.
Did she clear Meridia first, or?
No, she did. She just did speed, found ice, and then said I'm in go mode. So then just went straight to the lower marker, then did Meridia, then the Turian.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed because I wasn't confident enough in doing the high jump bootless lava dive, but also worst room in the game without anything to get up there. So someone much better could have avoided going all the way up to wreck ship.
Yeah, definitely understandable, but yeah, you did have spring ball and bombs to get through worst room in the game, and I think.
Yep. I could have done it. Yeah.
But yeah, not doing the high jump bootless lava dive is a totally understandable thing to do or not do. So yeah.
So was there no power bombs down in Retro Brin, or is that where Tracie got them?
She actually got them from back of Gauntlet like you did.
Oh, so there was none down there. Okay.
So actually what was curious was that neither of you went to Bubble Mountain early. Like with the 4 tanks, it wasn't logic, but you both just left right after ice beam and then went up top to Alpha TVs, then Gauntlet and got your first power bombs from there. So we never got to see if Bubble Mountain, well we did, but I didn't notice if Bubble Mountain did have those first power bombs.
I don't remember seeing any, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were there, but it was definitely interesting to see you guys play. It was a pretty tricky seed, but I mean, once you to have 4 of the 5 beams in the first 15 minutes was also pretty surprising. But chat's pointing out that you've already completed before this race one other race, which the catJAMMERS did win. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Pardon, which race? In the
playoffs?
MGA versus Cross.
Oh, I didn't get to see how he did today. Did MGA win?
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure chat's saying that MGA did take that race.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, that was like before this race, actually. It was like an hour before this.
Yeah, I was watching the first half of that race before I got the DM from the bot for this race.
So yeah, the catJAMMERS are in a commanding 2-0 lead in this first round best of 5. So who's gonna bring home the bacon, Stashio? Who's in the third race?
Saffron? Saffron, he's just been destroying this whole season, so I have complete confidence in him.
Yeah, he did go undefeated in the regular season, so yeah, that's just gonna be crazy for anyone to go up against, and yeah.
Yeah, actually, MGA and Saffron were both undefeated. I have brought shame to my team as the only one who has lost.
Oh my gosh, Stashio, no way.
Don't say that. You can't have brought shame to your team by winning this match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, on the other side of the coin, Hylian SpaceJump Frogs do have to win all 3 of these matches for the rest of the series in order to move on to the playoffs. So that's going to be some serious pressure on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's been a really remarkable season. Really great year of league. Love the team implementation. What do you think about it, Stashiocat? How's it like playing on a team?
It's a lot of pressure because not only, if I'm by myself, then if I lose, I just have me. But, when I lose and I'm on a team, I'm like, oh man, bringing the team down, So I feel like it puts that extra pressure. But it's been fun. I've been having fun doing practice and stuff with teammates, and
yeah, I feel like that's a common thread. I know I myself, when I lost like week 2 and week 3 in a row, I definitely shared my feelings. I felt like I was letting my team down. So yeah, definitely not alone in that feeling. But it's definitely great to have team members to share the load with. And yeah, I couldn't really agree with you more. So yeah.
Yep, and I'm really enjoying the co-op matches. So I hadn't played a lot of the different categories here. In fact, I had played none of them except multi-world, actually. So, but I found that I really like some of them, especially like area right now. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I think that one's been my favorite so far.
Yeah, I can't say I'm the same, but area random definitely, especially in co-op. I feel like area random is just so much better. But yeah, I gotta interrupt the conversation to say GG's to TracieM, finishing in 2nd place with a time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 33 seconds on SRL. So yeah, GG's. We'll see if we can get her in for an interview.
GG's, Tracie. That was an awesome race, awesome seed.
Yeah, definitely.
GG.
Looks like Tracie will join us in the green. She's in the green room now. Welcome in, TracieM of the Hylian SpaceJump Frogs. GG's, Tracie, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Hockey and MM2 for doing the commentary. Late power bombs always sucks, and when you're not willing to do a no tank gauntlet, that's what happens.
Yeah, GG, Tracie.
Yeah,
that
you
was
too,
a rough
Stash.
start. Very rough start for sure.
Now, did you go back to Gauntlet or did you do hell runs?
I did neither. I went all the way down and then turned back, basically. So.
No, oh, yeah, that's what I went. I got the high jump boots, did ice, saw the hell runs were in logic with 4 tank, and just said no.
Yep, I also bailed because I was like, I could see this going bad. Like I knew I could do it.
Yeah,
but
same.
It's just so time consuming.
Yep.
And I was just like, I don't want to die because if I die, like I've died in some of my previous races, so I just didn't want to risk it. So.
Yeah, and with no movement items, it makes it so hard. And I there's no evidence that there were any power bombs to be had in Norfair. I stopped looking after I got my second and third pack in Wreck Ship. So at that point, I was like, well, yeah.
Right. Yeah,
I think it would. Yeah, I don't think there were any there. I mean, there might have been. There's all the and we had bombs, so we could get to the really nasty one at like pantry missiles or something dumb like that. But but yeah, did you go down after the second trip through, or did you go to Wreck Ship?
So I went all the way up to Gauntlet and got it, and then I did not go to Wreck Ship. I went back down. I went back through Bryn, and then went back down. So there was a lot of backtracking, but apparently the difference that saved me a bunch of time was that I found Ice Beam. So I basically stopped collecting ammo, like completely.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I stopped collecting ammo once I got my 3rd power bomb pack because I already had charge beam. So I feel like just your movement in general is probably better. I mean, you've got a really nice. I saw you have a nice low % ice time, and your any % PV is way like mine is 2 years old, so it's way outdated. But it's still, multiple couple 10 minutes ahead of me.
Yeah, that probably helped.
But I just have a tendency to just collect a lot of ammo because I always play on what I call the chargeless plan. And so, everywhere we looked, we were trying to find those power bombs. I just kept grabbing those.
Yeah, I think I do the same usually. But I think as soon as I stopped pretty early. I think I grabbed 1 extra super pack that I didn't need to. And I had 5 power bombs the whole time, so.
Yeah. No, I got, like I said, I got a couple in Wreck Ship. The other thing is, I'm not comfortable with the gravity jump out of Meridia. So I decided to do an extra trip down Sandpit in hopes that either, at worst, I'm just on a route to go up Red Tower instead of going through Meridia, but maybe I spike a speed booster or high jump boots there.
Okay, so you also didn't get any of that? Because, there was no space jump, no high jump boots, no speed booster.
Nope. I at one point paused and just marveled at the fact that everything was filled out except for the boots area.
Yeah, I actually tried to do that gravity jump out of Meridia, and I messed it up, but I caught it with the grapple beam at the last second, thankfully.
Oh, I didn't get grapple beam.
Yeah, that was at Norfair Reserve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got my ice beam and that was it. I wasn't checking anything else.
Tracie, I gotta say, my heart was breaking because you checked back at Ridley and checked Firefly, and Stashio just blew past both of those, and I'm like,
yeah,
please be space jump, please be speed booster,
I know, right?
Please be space jump.
I was honestly, the Ridley check I was fine with it being an E-tank. My Ridley fight wasn't great. I'm sure I lost a lot of time on boss fights because my Fantoot fight was just atrocious. But the Firefly I just shouldn't have done because even, I ended up grabbing the E-tank, which I didn't need. But even if, unless it was exactly high jump speed, space jump, which at that point there were so many places left unchecked that wasn't likely. And getting out of that area, I was a little scared because I have in the past gotten to where you kill all the Fireflies and it's dark. And it's really, really hard to get out of there with no high jump and no space jump, and you're just, you have no movement items. So I got a little bit nervous at that point. Unfortunately, I got out just fine, but yeah, that right there was a big mistake. Also, another big mistake I made was I should have gone straight to Gauntlet, but I'm thinking, oh hey, I could check Billy Mays, and I Old Mother Brain. That's 3 versus 2, right? So the Old Mother Brain was nothing, and then I got about halfway to Billy Mays and said, "Wait a minute, I can't do this. I need power bombs to do that." So there were a few. I mean that one right, those 2 right there are the only things I truly regret in the run. Other than that, I'm actually pretty happy with the way I played it.
Yeah, for sure, Tracie. And it was a great race to watch and commentate, and obviously thank you not only for your participation but all of your organization and putting together Rando League. So
yeah,
it's been a wild ride, both for
it really has.
Participant and commentator, tracker, viewer.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah, and I see Ace in chat. You gotta do it for us. Keep us from getting swept first round. I mean, I knew this was going to be a tough matchup, but I knew we were definitely the underdogs, not just by seed, but I also knew that we were capable. I mean, I gotta say, this season I won more races this year than the other 2 seasons combined, and the ones that I've lost have all been with me and Turian, which is a hell of a lot better than I've done in the past. So, overall, if this is how we go out, then I'm still feeling pretty good about the season overall.
Absolutely, Tracie, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, finishing 8 minutes behind Stashio, this in a seed like this, it was definitely nothing to be ashamed of. So yeah, this is great performance by both runners. Great race to watch. Great seed. So yeah, GG's to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. GG's. Chad, make sure you give these runners a follow, and yeah. Well, any closing remarks, Stashio or Tracie?
GG's Stashio. Good luck to Ace and Saffron, and we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, GG. It was fun.
And also, of course, thank you to MM2 and Hockey. And I should know this because I always approved. Is it IQ that did the tracking this for this one?
Yep.
Yeah, shout outs to IQ. Actually, really shout outs to all the trackers because I keep saying this and I can't say this enough. They are the MVPs of this league because without them, we just can't do it. So definitely huge shout outs to all of them.
Most certainly.
Just imagine a randomizer league season without trackers. Just chat. Where was speed? Where was speed? Where was speed? Where was speed? Where was ice? Where was ice?
Mark that.
Do they have this? Do they have that? It'd just be madness.
Yeah, I couldn't really say it better.
I will ask this: did anyone look at the credits to see where the movement items were?
I
Speed
did
at
notice.
Shack, I caught from chat. Speed at Shack Tool, space at Wreck Ship Reserve. I don't know. Where
That wasn't happening.
And high jump at Mama Turtle.
Oh.
Yeah, those weren't happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a little nervous, I gotta admit, when I left with Gravity Suit because I forgot I didn't have ice or speed, but then I'm like, well, not going back now. Let's
Nope.
hope we find one.
Damn the torpedoes, we're going for it.
That's right.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, GG's, any words to Ace and Saffron in their race coming up?
I think I already said it all. Ace, you gotta do it. Do it for us. But yeah, good luck to both of them in any case.
Yeah, I'm just excited to watch it. So
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'll just say my final piece, and then I'll I'll let Hockey take us out. But yeah.
No way, MM2. I introduce you. Take us out. You got this, man. You got this. Own it. Grab it. Grab it by the horns.
All right, Hockey. All right. The reluctance. But yeah, GG's to both of you guys. Shoutouts to, of course, to our tracker Ikir, and yeah, thanks to all the trackers of the league and everybody for making this happen. Shoutouts to my esteemed co-commentator, who I couldn't have been happier to do another commentary with. Every time I get to do a match with you, it's always a pleasure. The one, the only Hockey Towner.
Oh my
Thanks
gosh.
so much. It's
Thank
always
you,
a pleasure.
MM2. Thank you very much.
All right, but yeah, I feel like with that we've said our piece. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Playoff Edition. My name's been MM2 Nest Cartridge. Thank you for watching. See you next mission.